we're back. We got another lesson for the day.
Another lesson, that's right.
So this is what happened. So we went out, we had a list of properties to go look at, probably about 10 or 15 different properties. But the day before that, we got, at the end of the day, we saw this realtor. And the realtor, you know, we were looking for owner finance type deals, either that or some wholesale, so just some place where we can make some money on. And they told us about the primary strategy we're using is to owner finance. So the realtor themselves actually had two properties that were side by side on Putnam. So we went out today, early this morning, and we went to go look at the properties on Putnam. So we get to the property, my man Torrey gets out of the car, I'm out of the car, and Torrey's like, I don't want to do this, because Torrey quickly learned that some of the bigger checks and the bigger money are going to be the bigger price houses. But you used to mess with these types of houses probably, what, 2 weeks ago before his mentor came to town? You were looking at those types of properties, but you saw something different. So now we're going back into those, and he's saying, hey, he wasn't so excited, let's just say. So he gets out, his body language is all like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, let's look at the deal. And I just wanted to check him out and see how his attitude was or what he was going to do to it. And then I wanted to show him what I do when I go to the deal. So this is going to be your learning lesson here. So Torrey goes around the property. He's not excited about it. He doesn't really see too much money in it. They were lower price houses. They were probably about $40,000. And I know some of you on the East Coast, on the West Coast, watching this are saying $40,000. You can't buy the garage. Some of you out in Detroit are saying $40,000. Man, that's a mansion. But this one was definitely on the lower end side over here. We're in High Point, North Carolina. High peasy. So anyway, so we go to the property. He's checking it out. He has his pad. He's doing everything right, everything in order, checking it out, seeing all the numbers, crunching the numbers. But he's like really not interested. I can see all of that. So I said, Torrey, let's do this. Because when I go to properties myself, I said, would you like to see what I do when I go? He's like, of course. Wants to know what his mentor is doing. So I say, when I look at a deal, I write down every problem in the house, every challenge. So challenge number one on this one was that they wanted like almost retail price. So we knew that we needed a discount. Say discount.
Discount.
Number two is that we were going to buy this, we wanted to make cash flow. And if we wanted to make cash flow on it, we had to identify a number. So we realized that the magic number, and Torrey was like, well, if I make $100 a month and there's two of them, that's $200. It's not really worth it. I said, well, what if you make $200? Then it's like $400. He's like, well, that's okay. Sounds better. I said, what if you make $250 and you can make $500 a month off of each one of them? And he was like, you know what? Then I'm in. And I said, okay, so at that point it makes $500. So we did, you know, we said we need to cash flow $500 a month off of it. The other part is the property needed a little bit more repair. One had better, or would look better than the other one. So we wrote it down. Problem number three is we need these repairs to be taken care of, or we need a discount enough to pay for that up front. So that was number three. So then the next one that we saw was we didn't want to start making our payments until we got somebody in, a minimum of 60 days. So we put all of those together, and from there I asked her, I said, look, if we could get these properties at, rather than $40,000, we could get them at $30,000, would that be good? He's like, that's good. I said, well, if we could make sure that there was enough cash flow in it where you would cash flow $250 off of each unit, you said,
that'd be great.
That'd be good. Then the other one, we said, well, would it be okay if we could start owner financing and start making the payments once we get our buyer?
That'd be good.
That'd be good. And then we also said about the repairs, we could figure out inside the context of the repairs. So inside there, he turned around and what you said at that point?
At that point, I was like, hey, this is a good deal. You know, we can definitely make this happen. And we're also going to go back to the sellers and make a propose an offer to them. And hey, they accept our offer, which they're not doing nothing now. They're not doing barely no marketing, no advertising on the property. And so hey, this is their best deal.
Yeah, and from there, at least what I wanted to show Torrey is that's how you make an offer on every house. Right. You look at the problems. You know, I didn't know for years how I analyze deals. Well, I kind of knew consciously, but subconsciously, but I wasn't consciously aware of how I did it. But that's what I did, is I wrote down all the challenges, and then I fixed them one by one by one. So if I was talking to a seller, I'd be like, wow, this is a great house. I like the house, but I need your help in a few areas. And so if I could get the help in these areas, we have a deal. I'm excited about it. I want to be able to buy your house. And so that excitement comes across to them. And then I will go one by one by one by one by one. We could do all of those things. We make it happen. And I'm telling you, over and over and over in that format, I get sellers to say, yes, I'll do it. Yes, you could buy it. Yes, I'll own or finance it. Yes, I'll make the payments in 2 months. Yes, yes, yes. But you got to bring them down the path. That's the learning lesson for today. This is a huge lesson. Huge. And you need to practice it out loud, and you need to write it on paper. First, write it out on paper, practice it, and then say it out loud so that the words come out of your mouth easily and readily. All right? So that was the lesson today. Was that pretty cool?
That was a great lesson.
I mean, think you make more money doing that?
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, because he was ready to walk away from me. He wasn't excited. And I kind of just let him be and let him do. And then I said, let me show you how your mentor does it. And this is, you know, and it just
definitely opened up my eyes. I said, hey, $500 a month cash flow, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So that's the learning lesson of the day. We'll talk to you soon. We'll bring you some more lessons. All right, love you. I'm out.